Coach Major joins us here at GamecocksOnline.com as we continue to get closer to the start of the equestrian season. Coach, at this point, you guys have been at it for about a week and a half now. Just give us your general thoughts on how practice has gone for you guys here at the start of the new season.
Well, it's going great. I think we've really kind of gotten the first week under our belt, first full week under our belt, where we've been more concerned about our horses' fitness, and we're still concerned about that, but I think we're more getting into the meat of what we have to really be practicing for the next few weeks in order to get ready for a pretty rigorous fall schedule. So so far so good. Everybody's enthusiastic. We've just had a great week of practice last week, and this week is no exception.
I gotta think the excitement level continues to build for you guys. There's that initial practice where everybody's really fired up, and then it plateaus a little bit, but then as you start getting closer to that first competition, I know people are really ready to go.
Yeah, on our Friday practice, instead of riding, we actually sat down and did some work on team goals and goals for the Hunt Seat team and goals for the Western team, and I think that, frankly, that really got them all fired up. That they, once we started kind of talking about stuff and setting some realistic goals for ourselves, I think everybody got real enthusiastic, and everybody was contributing to different ideas and different things we could do in order to meet those goals. So it really has been great. The excitement is there, and as we get closer and closer to our first competition, I think they're just going to get more and more excited.
One of the great things about having meetings like that is you get everybody in the same room, and you really start to identify leaders. Every new team has its own set of people that kind of take the reins, no pun intended, and really kind of lead the squad. Who is it from the veteran side that really seems like they're ready to kind of step into that leadership role for you?
Well, I think you have to look at your captains. I think when you have Sydney Smith and Bailey Musiewski, who were elected by their peers to be captains this year, I think that is the first pair that we look for leadership. I also think our seniors seem to have taken on a bigger role as far as really wanting to be a lot more involved this year with planning, and one person is in charge of this thing and another person's in charge of that thing, and I think that's been great. I think looking at in particular, I think Lindsay Slack has done a great job. I think Ashley Reichert has been doing a great job, and Amelia Vernon, and I don't want to leave anybody out. So it really has been a real, and hate to go back to the cliches, really been a team effort, the leaders are only as good as the folks that are willing to follow, and I think we've got a great group of both leaders and followers.
Coach, one of the good things about starting practice and is, I know, always exciting for the coaching staff is when you get to see whether it's returners who've spent the off season improving or newcomers that you're really seeing in person in your own facilities for the first time. Talk a little bit about who some of those people are that have really performed well for you guys in the first few days of practice.
Well, I think it's always fun when you start with your freshmen coming in. There's some that that we're going to be pretty efficient and be ready to get out there, folks like Caroline Goot and Maddie Selman. But then there are also some that come in that give you a really great surprise. And, we've had several girls that have done that. I think Reagan Renfro has been a real exciting person that we've been watching on the Western side, and on the Hunt Seat side, Katie Mack from Oregon has been doing a great job, as well as quite a few others. I think none of them are folks where we're concerned that they're not going to be able to contribute in one way or another. I think as far as our returners are concerned, we've had a lot of girls that have worked very hard this summer, and rather than singling some of them out, I could single out Kate Eagleton yesterday, yesterday was really the first day of Hunt Seat flat practice where I really was watching, and I just noticed that she had obviously put in a lot of extra work over the summer and just looked great. Kirkland Peterson has done a fantastic job, and I think on the Western side, you go back to a Bailey Musiewski and even talking about Sydney Smith on the Hunt Seat side, both of our captains, you can tell that, I know they've had a busy summer, but they've also been out there competing the entire summer long, and I think that's what's crucial, is these girls that have gone out there and really continued to compete. Ashley Reichert's another one. When you look at those names that you start throwing out, a lot of those girls are the ones that are in there competing on a day in, day out basis. So we'll see how it goes, but that's kind of where we are right now, and continuing to see improvement, and I haven't seen anybody that's been disappointed that I've been disappointed with. So we just want to keep on going and keep having a positive experience.
Well, Coach, sounds like good things are happening, and thanks for taking a minute to talk with us. We'll see you soon, and then of course on September 16th when you guys open the season.
Okay, thanks, Rob.